I'm Kristen Contra. Welcome back to another Best Practices video for first grade. In these videos, we will share what one would expect to see and hear as they visit first grade mathematics classrooms. Have you ever experienced something similar to what is going on in this meme, either as a student yourself or even in the classroom as the teacher? Sometimes word problems can seem to put up a huge moon block no matter which side of the learning we are on. We've all crossed out miscellaneous information, circled numbers, and underlined the questions in word problems. However, does that mean we can say we have truly comprehended the problem itself? Hopefully, with some of the activities within the unit ahead, our students won't be as intimidated by word problems as these two astronauts. This first grade unit of study, addition and subtraction problem solving, encompasses the following key learning goals: how to solve one-step and multi-step word problems with 2 or 3 numbers, and how to represent addition and subtraction using number paths, number lines, bar models, and number bonds. These goals can also be found in the STEMscopes Scope 5 parent letter. What should we see happening in the classroom in order for students to meet these goals? Here we see a snip from the Scope 5 Explore activity. This activity asks students to read and discuss the problem and how to solve it. They can then choose any type of strategy they would like to solve, including manipulatives like the video on screen, bar models, number bonds, pictorial models like number lines, and also number paths. This is another way the CRA, concrete, representational, and abstract approach, is implemented within the STEMscopes lessons. Students may begin to notice the connections between the various models as they are exposed to them in the classroom. Classroom discussion and student sharing are both great ways to highlight the various strategies and help students build and understand those connections. Questions are a great way to help dictate the direction of the discussion in the classroom. Here are some great examples of open-ended questions for students from the Math Chat cards in Scope 5. They encourage students to reflect on the strategies they chose and truly evaluate whether it was appropriate for that question and their feelings on using that specific strategy to determine their answer. Maybe students like to use number paths because they can use their finger to help them count up and down. They might choose to use manipulatives for problems in which they need to put groups together. Others may choose a number line in order to count back. Different strategies may lend themselves better to different types of problems. Students may even utilize a different strategy to check their work. The conversations elicited from these questions could demonstrate MTRs 1, 2, 4, and 6. Again, these Math Chat questions can be found in the Scope 5 Explore. While students are engaging in exploration tasks and having discussions about their learning, we should be hearing specific mathematical vocabulary used by both the teacher and the students. Students should identify the action of finding a total as addition or the action of separating or taking away as subtraction. They should describe a number sentence with an equal sign as an equation. This list includes many terms within this scope. These terms and their definitions can be found on the Scope 5 parent letter. There should be multiple opportunities for students to show their understanding throughout this unit, from student journal entries to explore exit tickets and show what you know tasks. There are plenty of chances for informal assessment along the way. Each allows students multiple ways to model their understanding, therefore maximizing their opportunities to increase their procedural fluency. Additionally, there are even fluency games like these Go Fish cards students could utilize to not only show their understanding, but continue to grow within the content. These activities could demonstrate MTRs 2, 3, 6, and 7, and can be found within the STEMscopes Scope 5, Explore and Show What You Know sections. As classrooms are visited throughout the school year, questions are a wonderful way to gauge student understanding. The following questions are a great way to measure a first grader's understanding of addition and subtraction. Students could explain the strategy they use to add 9 plus 5, or how their equation matches the model they drew, and why they place the unknown in its position within the equation. They also might explain how they determined the operation used to solve the problem and how the action within the problem guided them to this thinking. You can see some additional questions to ask students on our Math Smarts website. Home is a great place for students to continue their learning. This is an example of an activity from the Scope 5 parent letter. Students can create a number path on their sidewalk with chalk by drawing a horizontal line of connected boxes. Write the numbers 1 to 20 in numerical order. Give your child a starting number or have them stand on any particular number. They can then add or subtract, jumping that distance to move back and forth on their path. The purpose of this activity is for students to practice going through the action of adding or subtracting and how it affects the value of those digits. The parent letter includes this and many other activities for home, so make sure to check it out. Thanks for joining us today as we discussed best practices for the first grade unit addition and subtraction problem solving. If we continue to prepare students for problem solving in the ways we detailed in this video, I am certain our children will not have so many roadblocks when it comes to problem solving now and in the future. Make sure to check out our next best practices video.